where are movies headed in 2025? Going into 2026, we're at the end of the calendar year. We had a lot of thoughts. So, on our latest podcast, we ended up talking about movies. It went really long. We decided let's post this segment as well, just alone in this video. We're only talking about movies here. In case you guys liked it, we have the full podcast posted, but this is a clip from that podcast. We talked about Pixar, we talked a lot about Marvel, and just Disney and other Hollywood movies, about sequels and about how original movies, we want more of them, but sometimes they don't perform well. So that dilemma that's going on. So like I said, this next clip you're about to see is from our latest podcast that you can check out in our page, or you can just watch this video just for the movie section. Hope you enjoy. They could do it, and it's weird. Monsters at Work, the show, not my favorite. Obviously, I watched the whole thing. Obviously, I'm not the target age, but
I was saying you're not the target audience, but
here's the thing: all these Pixar movies, they openly say they're not. There's no target audience. It's not meant for kids. It's just a movie that is animated. It's meant for all audiences.
The movies, yeah, but the TV shows I think are more for children.
Pixar says their thing that makes them Pixar is their quality is always the best of the best. They never wanted to make a direct-to-video sequel because they would have to cut their budget and they would have to make something where the quality isn't the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they've gotten away with that with the shows. Because Win or Lose was a terrible show.
I actually liked it. I enjoyed it.
I hated it. I hated the look of it. I hated the whole story of it.
I thought the animation was awesome. It was really creative. It was really creative.
I think the humans... I just need Pixar to go away from humans for a while. They started off where they couldn't make humans. So they had to use really creative methods of toys, monsters, cars, fish. And it felt original, but then they learned how to make humans, and now everything is just a human nowadays. I want some fun, cool, creative ways to tell the story.
What's your opinions on Elio?
I liked it.
I liked it too.
I did not love it.
But we have to support it though, or we're just always going to get sequels. We got to start supporting the original ideas.
I respect it more than I actually like it. New story.
I thought the story was neat. The story was neat.
Yeah. I think it's a little ridiculous at the end. They're just flying through space. I'm all right. I don't even know.
It's supposed to be a kid's fantasy. So that's that.
It's not a kid's fantasy. It's actually happening.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be you're the kid in the theater, oh my gosh, I dream of this stuff.
My biggest issue, and the issue is this happens at the start of the movie. I hate when movies are hey, how's Elliot after his parents tragically died and he feels all alone and now you moved here in this new place and he has no friends wanting to be touched by aliens?
You're a Disney fan? That's every Disney movie MO.
No. That's not what I'm saying. That could be the backstory, but I don't like when the movie starts and it's just so obvious that they're just giving you exposition of they start the movie, how's Elliot doing since his parents died tragically and he feels all alone, wants to be abducted by an alien, and then the next scene he's talking to no one, take me part of the aliens. I'm all right, make me work for it. Don't just give me this exposition to start the movie.
The issue is the 5-year-old kid can't work on it anymore. Their attention span's 30 seconds. TikTok, man.
Look at Wall-E. Wall-E, it's 30 minutes of a little clue of oh, maybe that led to that. And throughout the movie you're figuring it out.
TikTok, man, it's killed our attention span. You gotta give it to him right away.
I just think he's, I think people just want to make it easy for people to figure out. But I'm I don't like feeling you're just telling me the story instead of storytelling. You're just telling me. You're not delivering the story in a unique way.
Hey, my favorite Pixar movie came out recently, so I'm happy for it. Luca.
Is it Soul?
Luca. No, Luca. I love Luca.
I like Luca too, and I there are clear ways to show. Nothing gets me more
fired up than the Porto Rosso Cup. Nothing gets me more fired up.
I went through a Luca phase, and Adam, I texted, no one answered me once again in our group chat. I officially ranked every movie on Letterboxd that I've ever watched. I have recorded that I can remember that I've watched recorded. I reviewed all of them. There's 770 reviews in there. All of Pixar is actually ranked all the Pixar movies, and then Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, all ranked.
Avengers Doomsday trailer's coming out soon.
I'm actually gonna try to stay away from trailers.
I don't want to spoil anything. Are you gonna go watch Endgame? It's getting re-released into theaters.
I might.
Well, they said they have a new post-credit scene that directly sets up Doomsday. So,
honestly, I would go because I love going to the theater. I went the other day to see some movie. What did I go see, Adam? Oh, Zootopia 2.
Oh,
Zootopia
yeah.
2.
I forgot
Obviously,
that just came out.
credit to Zootopia 2. I mean, now we're turning to entertainment, but this is like one of my biggest passions is movies, along with sports.
I heard they made it really horny. What I heard. I heard there's a lot of... They made the characters way too sexual.
Oh, there were 2 jokes. I looked over at my mom and I'm like, what? Like, I'm not even gonna get into it, but it was there were 2 jokes, but it wasn't like crazy, but it was very funny. Every scene, there's some funny like joke or pun that if you notice it, it's funny. If you don't notice it, it doesn't matter for the movie. But every scene, you're like, wait, let me try to read this sign. Thought that was very interesting. I love Zootopia 2 more than the first one, honestly. Maybe I don't know. We'll see how it ages in my head.
I haven't seen it yet. I know CM Punk and Roman Reigns are in it. Buddy cops.
What's his name?
Z-Bros.
The guy who won Dancing with the Stars, Robert Irwin. He's in it as a koala at the end as a travel agent. That was really cool. It was cute.
Yeah.
But no, I liked it. I think Monsters Inc. I like the little Disney Plus things. I think they're funny to see. Are they actually like really bringing in new audience and are kids like, oh, now I understand football? I don't really think so. But
SpongeBob game worked that way. I missed the SpongeBob game. The SpongeBob game was truly awesome.
But those were different because they weren't changing the players. They were just having like on-screen graphics. I actually think it's like technologically, it is so much more amazing to watch this.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes I'm like, if Odell Beckham one-hands the catch and it's like Bart Simpson doing, it's not the same. They like the Simpson, like.
The SpongeBob game I'll never forget. Oh, Russ Wilson. No. Oh, no. Don't you remember that when Patrick was calling Russell Wilson?
I posted that, Adam. It was actually really funny. It was funny. I do miss those, but no.
It was that guy's dream to do play-by-play in a sports game, so that was his first time getting to actually do it on television. So, great full story moment for old Patrick Starr.
No, I'm interested in sports, interested in where movies go as well. I do want to go to the theaters more. Luckily, it's Christmas time, so like all the better movies kind of get released. It's always the summer and then like the holidays where the good ones start to come out again.
Yeah, new Avatar movies coming
3,
out.
Do not bother me during Avatar 3. December 19th, I'm in that theater. I'm watching it in IMAX. I might be by myself because my mom says IMAX makes her dizzy. So I will be there, though, probably by myself in a theater watching Avatar, Fire and Ash.
Well, you won't be by yourself. There'll be a lot of people there, I'm sure.
Okay, I meant like in my traveling.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, so that comes out. Is there anything else big coming out this winter? I know next winter we have Avengers comes out, so there's a bunch, but
I think it's actually a pretty underwhelming holiday movie.
I know Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried's movie just came out. I forget what it's called.
Boxing one?
No, not the boxing one. Where Sydney Sweeney's like the maid in the house, and like you're trying to figure out who's like the psycho. The trailer's really interesting. Like I really want to watch it. But
let's see. So the Stranger Things show is going to come out in the theater.
Yeah.
Look at these movies. They're re-releasing a lot of them. I know that a SpongeBob movie comes out and it's probably making money. I'm not.
The SpongeBob movie does come out. Yes. The only good SpongeBob movie is the first SpongeBob movie.
I love the first one.
So good. So good.
I did not like the most recent one from like.
I refuse to watch any of them. I've watched the greatest SpongeBob movie of all time. I'm never going to watch another one.
Yeah, I really think the only movie I'm going to be watching here is Avatar: Way of Water, and I don't see Avengers Endgame. I don't know when that re-releases, but
I don't know. I saw someone say it's getting re-released, so because they said that Avengers Doomsday is a direct sequel to Avengers Endgame. So
okay.
So that's why I think they're re-releasing.
I'm excited. Thank you for letting me talk movies. This is like you talking about college football, except
Spider-Man comes out. Spider-Man comes out next year in July.
The other Tom Holland, like the new Tom Holland one.
Yeah,
that one scares me.
2027 is loaded. 2027 is loaded. We have the new Batman movie, the new Superman movie. We have the new Spider-Verse movie, all in with like a month of each other.
Maybe we just like make this movie thing separate, but like really, with movies, we were in a stretch where we had like the end of the MCU, like not the end, but like
the MCU
really culminated into Endgame.
The MCU spoiled us. The MCU
yeah,
was spoiling
it
us.
was a journey for like 10 years watching these movies, maybe more than 10 years, but it was like you felt it all culminate as one
From
moment.
2015 to 2019, it was like must see every movie. Like
Yes.
everyone was there opening day. Like it was.
Yes. And then that peak, like, it wasn't one great movie. It was really just everything that built into it. And even before that, like, Infinity War was another big thing. Avatar, which maybe culturally wasn't as impactful, it still made more money.
Yeah.
They, like, it is still something that people want to go to the theater and see, and it's an experience, like, you feel like you're there. I love those movies. The story isn't what interests me. It's more so like you watch that movie and you're like, am I actually underwater? It's amazing. You had Star Wars come back. Not that the movies were the best, but at least The Force Awakens. I remember watching that in theaters.
That was
I
huge.
was packed. I loved it.
Yeah.
As it goes on, you watch it. Like, maybe it's actually not the best movie,
well,
but
you realize they just remade the original trilogy over again.
But you still felt this energy. Yes, the Force awakened in Star Wars universe, but the energy of Star Wars was back in like a normal world sense where people like not into Star Wars were watching it. It was a cool moment. We had all these things happening, and it really got me into this whole movies and stuff, like into like a more serious level. And now it's like, all right, the MCU's kind of lost its way a little bit.
A little
the
bit.
DC, okay.
Well,
I think
they're coming back. They're coming back, but
the MCU, I think, has reclaimed the quality of like what it used to be. The movies are actually good.
Yeah, they're good. And they haven't touched what they used to be. They haven't touched
Thunderbolt, I thought was a great movie.
Yes.
And what was before that?
Captain America.
I hate it. I was not a fan of that one.
Fantastic Four was after.
Oh, Fantastic Four, yeah. Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts were great movies, but they're not doing well at the theater because people kind of gave up, and you're still looking for direction. So I get it. It's not the same that it used to be, but I'm hoping in like 10 years we could have another like culmination of all these things. Because a few years ago, I felt like every time I went to the movie theater, I was watching like an absolute amazing movie that has been built up for a while, and I was like so happy for the movie. And Zootopia 2 got me really excited to see it. Not that I don't even like love Zootopia 1, but like a Disney movie in theaters. I don't know the last time like we watched Moana 2 together, you know, like
yes.
That was kind of a letdown, but like before that there was a COVID and stuff.
I enjoyed Moana 2.
I did too. I enjoyed Moana 2 too, but I didn't leave the theater being like that was an experience I won't forget.
Well, no.
You know, Deadpool Wolverine I thought was great. You know, we watched that. Kung Fu Panda 4, a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
Enjoyed the experience though with you, Adam. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no, it was a fun movie. I love the Kung Fu Panda movies.
No, just one of those movies where you're like, they just wanted to put this panda on the screen to make more money.
Greatest animated trilogy there is close to, and then they do that. Sad.
It's honestly the same thing I feel with Toy Story is like 1, 2, and 3. I'm like, each one of those movies might be perfect, and then the fourth one I'm like.
Toy Story 4 was better than Kung Fu Panda 4. I will say.
Oh, 100%.
Toy Story 4 at least had an arc.
Yeah, no, Toy Story 4 I think was actually a fine movie, but it just the way that it changed.
It was unnecessary.
The ending of 3 was so dumb.
It was unnecessary.
And 5's coming out soon. Obviously, I'm going to be in the theater for it, but I'm like, I think we're just going back in time to when like they were just Bonnie's toys, and she gets an iPad and gets distracted.
Hollywood's out of ideas, man. They just got to remake ideas and find something new to change off of it.
Pixar probably scares me the most of any group, any like production company or whatever. Like they're the one because they were so far ahead of everyone at the start. Like reviewing all these movies, I would be like, this movie came out the same time as Pixar in like 2005, but Pixar looked 20 times better.
Yeah.
Pixar's characters were so interesting. They weren't humans, and I thought like Lightning McQueen has like a cult following, but it's not really cult. It's just like most of the world loves Lightning McQueen. You know what I mean? And he's like a jerk most of the movie, but we still love him.
Well, he's
whereas I'm watching, I know, but like people are like obsessed with Lightning McQueen. If you like, they have Cars Land based after that one movie. You know what I mean? Like they have this legacy, whereas other movies they look so much worse. The stories are worse, and then after probably like 15 years of being behind Pixar, other companies are getting more creative. I watched The Wild Robot, and I'm like, wow.
Sony has been on fire.
Yeah. Well, I think it was DreamWorks, right?
No, but I meant Sony's been on fire with what they've been able to do. Like
Yeah.
the Spider-Verse movies, they did
Yeah.
the K-pop movie that came out. Like,
They've realized, like, all right, every studio can make a story that looks good, but now that things actually could look realistic, you need to try to make them look like a story. Like you might make it look like it's drawn more so than like you used to, whereas it used to try to look like plasticky. Now you kind of want to look like this hand drawn thing, and I
Like
think
comic
it
books.
looks more beautiful. Yeah,
Yep,
Wild
want it to
Robot
look
has
like
some
something.
scenes where you're like the colors are so vibrant. Puss in Boots is one of my favorite animated movies I've ever seen. I think it's bright colors. I love it. And Into the Spider-Verse probably is known for having like the most going on with the amount of animation. It's insane.
And then Across the Spider-Verse did the same thing with the different worlds having different color schemes. And
I just think they don't have their system down of how to make a movie yet. So we're seeing all these production delays because they're overworking their animators. They couldn't.
well, no, those animators were working like slaves as they were trying to get that movie out in a year.
I think that's something that like probably Pixar struggled with early on that they figured out by now, but now they're lacking in other areas. But like Toy Story 2 was, made in like months. You know what I mean? They had to rush that. They had to rush a bunch of the other ones too. But like Spider-Man, they want to get it right, but they're just wasting so much time.
I'm not complaining. Get it right. If they land it, it's unbelievable. If they land
by the time the next one comes out, I'm gonna like forget what happened again.
You're gonna forget what happened. You can rewatch.
It was supposed to be like a year wait, and then or 2 years. If it's a part 1, part 2 has to be the next year or 2 years. It can't be 4 or 5 years.
I'm not complaining. It's gonna be if it's awesome, it's awesome. If they need time to get it right, get it right. I'd rather have them do that than rush it and be bad.
I don't think you should release part 1 until part 2's like, until part 2 could actually be made.
Well, they have the story. That's why they thought it could be made. But then they realized that, there's this thing called labor laws.
I'm not a fan of how they did it.
So if it's a great movie, you're going to say the trilogy's tainted because it came out 5 years later?
I just think the moment will not mean as much as if it came out a year later.
I think it'll mean as much to me as anything. I love those movies. I adore those movies. Those are some of my favorite movies ever.
How far after Infinity War did Endgame come out?
A year. They were filmed at once.
Yeah.
They were filmed as one 7-hour movie.
Great idea. When did Avatar Way of Water come out?
Way of Water? 20 years, 10 years after the first one?
Yeah, no, I'm saying the Way of Water they set up to, like, lead into the next one, whereas I don't think the first Avatar, like, was meant to lead to the second one. So the first one came out, there's going to be 3 years since the last one. I guess that's as long as I'd go before you start to forget.
I won't forget. You got to get it right, get it right. No need to rush things.
We'll see. But thank you for talking movies. We can end the podcast now. Probably record time. Might just make this its own video at the end because we just went crazy. So.
Alrighty, buddy. All right, well, thank you for listening. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like to the video. For Chris Reynolds, I'm Adam Sheets. We'll see you next time.